First, let's have a look at the appearance of the machine. The upper handle and bottom pull rod design is very convenient for taking out. Next, I will talk about the function of the dashboard. Take a look at the operation panel of the machine. From top to bottom, the first one is pressure protection switch, and its factory setting is at 38 kg. When the pressure is down to the 30 kg, the switch can be restarted manually. Generally, this switch is to protect the exhaust outlet of recovery machine and cylinder from high pressure. Those two meters are low pressure meter and high pressure meter, and those are marked by red and blue individually. Red represents high, blue represents low. Then looking down, this is the electricity stream protection. There are three valves in the side. The inlet valve and outlet valve are commonly used. The one at right is inlet, and the left one is outlet. The one in the middle is self-pure switch. This switch is for inside self-cleaning of the machine when the machine recycles different refrigerants. Self-pure function is aimed to clean the remaining tiny bit of gas and refrigerants from inside the machine to the cylinder. And this process will make sure and help the refrigerant's purity. There are plug caps in both of the inlet and outlet. It is commonly used at adding a dryer filter into inlet, and the filter is very convenient for using and installing. Because of the male thread and female thread in both ends of the filter, it is okay for just putting the male thread to the inlet of the machine. We suggest that this dryer filter need to be changed 3 months at a time, and it is very easy to operate and change. The main function is to clean the moisture and impurities out of the recovery machine. The pull rod can be collected into the machine, and just lifted. This side of the machine is marked with voltage and kinds of refrigerants for recycling. What should be noted is that the CM2000 can recycle common used refrigerants but no flammable and explosive refrigerants. In back of the machine, there are power interface, serial number and casters. The material of the casters are same as roller skates, very wear resistant. And it can be used in construction site and cement floor, and you don't need to worry about it's broken. This machine has been exported largely and few customers reflect the problems about pull rod and casters. The other side of the machines is marked the points needing attention. Looking around, and you can see the outer shell of the machine adopts one-time forming technology and there are no splices. It is very strong to protect the machine even lifting with all your biggest power, the shell is not easy to be broken. CM2000 has 3 ways of recovery, which are gas, liquid and push-pull. The first way is gas recovery. Here we use two cylinders to represent the refrigeration system and recovery cylinder, and to show how the gas recovery works. By this method, connecting the gas or liquid interface of refrigeration system with the inlet interface of the refrigeration recovery machine, and then linking the outlet interface with red or blue valve of cylinder. We suggest that using the red valve of the cylinder, because this is a professional recovery cylinder. Red valve has a copper tube right down near to the bottom of the inside cylinder. So when air comes into the cylinder, you can use blue valve to discharge air. Before starting, what should be done in advance is discharging air out of tube. Specific procedure is opening the refrigeration system valve a little at first to let some air out. And then open the inlet switch of the recovery machine. Open the outlet switch of refrigerant recovery machine. Next open the switch right in the middle. And open the interface of tube and cylinder a little bit to discharge the tube air. Then twist the interface tight. After twisting, we suggest that closing the inlet switch first. Open the outlet switch and cylinder valve, to make sure the outlet tube is open. Because what is not sure that is gas or liquid at first recovery. If opening the inlet switch fully, too much liquids coming into the machine and compressor. This will cause the phenomenon of liquid striker. After finishing checking all procedures, press the start button. And then open the inlet switch slowly. The theory of gas recovery way is absorbing and compressing gas from refrigeration system by compressor and cooling by condenser. Then the gas will be turned as liquid to be transferred into the cylinder. A bolt machine and tube linking of liquid recovery are just like the way in gas recovery. The difference is what's in the inlet interface is liquid, not gas. Before starting also need discharge tube gas. And the way of linking tube and setting of the switch are just like the gas recovery. First closing the inlet switch of the recovery machine. Opening the outlet switch and inlet valve of cylinder. So inlet interface is closed, and outlet interface is open. So after checking and discharge, next starting the machine. And then twist the inlet switch to the liquid recovery position. which is 45° anti-clockwise. If open the switch fully, this may also cause phenomenon of liquid strike. After finishing the recovery of liquid, the inlet switch can open fully. The machine can be closed after the recovery is done. Don't forget to close all the switches and valves of the recovery machine, refrigerant system and cylinder. The push-pull way is for a large liquid refrigerant situation. And this is the fastest way in recovery liquid. By this method, it is more faster to recycle the liquid first and then recovery the gas. The way of linking tube is different with gas and liquid recovery. Here we use 3 colors to mark the tubes. Connecting the inlet interface of refrigerant recovery machine with gas valve of cylinder. Outlet interface with gas interface of refrigeration system. The third tube is to link liquid valve of refrigeration system and cylinder. When the machine is started, gas and cylinder will be pumped out and compressed. Then into the refrigeration system. At this time the pressure in the cylinder will become more and lower. And the pressure of refrigeration system will be more and more high. The pressure difference will lead a liquid refrigerant from a refrigeration system to the cylinder. Method will help realize fast liquid recovery. How to use self-pure function. If the refrigerant recovery machine need to recover different refrigerants or won't be used for a very long time, the machine need to be clean. Generally speaking, when the process of recovery is done, twisting the self-pure switch from recovery position to the self-clean position, the machine starts cleaning itself. But when the cleaning procedure is going to be ended, check out the pressure meter. The pressure meter basically displays negative value. Sometimes is at -1, also means the recovery work is done. Once the self-cleaning start, the pressure will be high and reflected on the low pressure meter. And as the self-cleaning going on, the value on the low pressure meter will be back to be below 0 or the -1. That means the self-cleaning working complete.